Welcome back to my channel. In our last session, you may remember that I made certain movements with my hands, and where we discussed the Jew who is a Jew at heart. Most of us always think about the Jew with the kishkis, but we're talking about the Jew at heart. And that reminded me of something very, that I think is worthwhile sharing with you. I'm now going to talk about the period of time before the Six-Day War. At that time, I was an associate professor at Stern College, and I have to blow my own horn. I had my own groupies. I was a popular guy there. And one day I heard that Harav Goren, Zichrono Livracha, Harav Goren, who was then the chief rabbi of Israel, and most of you remember him as the chief chaplain, the one who blew his horn on Har Sinai. Harav Goren happened to be in New York. And for a Shabbat he was in Far Rockaway. And I lived in Far Rockaway. And I remember the Shabbat that he spoke to a packed audience, and he mentioned the fact that there are a lot of problems now in Israel. There's a lot of tension. And he quoted, which had nothing to do with the Parsha, but he quoted where Hashem says to Moshe, Ma titzak alai, daber el bnei Yisrael v'yisau. Don't shout to me, don't cry to me, do something. When he finished his lecture, I went over to him. I introduced myself, and I said, Harav Goren, you turned me on. Is there anything that I can do to contribute to whatever efforts you have? And he said, we need money. We have to buy gas masks because we assume that things are not going to be very good. And I said, you know, Harav Goren, I'll be in touch with you and I'll see what I can do. I went back home. Home was Stern College, 35th Street and Lexington Avenue, New York City. And I got a hold of the student council, and I told them what Harav Goren had said and what we think we should do. We began raising money. We raised a lot of money. We raised cash. And I remember a few girls walking with me, and we got their boyfriends who were bodyguards to walk with us to the bank with the cash. It was a very exciting period of time. Then the war broke out. Months later, the war broke out, the Six-Day War. And again, I found myself meeting with my students and with the embassy officials of the Israeli embassy and saying, we have to do something and we have to start now. And I said, girls and boyfriends, we have to now raise more money, and I want to get it directly to Harav Goren as soon as possible. And he'll know what to do with it. Because he's from the generation of honest people that you can trust. Having said that, we started a campaign, and every evening we would all meet and hear stories. The kind of stories that I didn't believe that I would have the honor of hearing. We go to somebody. I'm pausing because I don't know whether I should say the name, but I will. Shaul Lieberman, great Jewish scholar. When the war started, he mortgaged his house in order to help with the campaign. We knocked on doors, and a lady says, I've been hiding my Judaism since I came to America in 1925 or whenever she came to America. But now I feel I have to do something. It was unbelievable how many people just came out of the woodwork in order to help the effort. I never was so proud as at that period of time. Proud of my girls, and proud of all the people who had forgotten who they were and remembered. And therefore, my friends, all I can say is